Hey barbecue family!
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode on our channel. I'm Maddie and this is Kiki, and we are Canada's favorite female grill masters.
And every week we teach you how to build a barbecue out of easy to find materials or things you can find at your local hardware store.
Get ready for it, guys. We've got a super special one for you this week.
We are smoking / roasting a whole hog on a very, very easy build. You guys are gonna love this one.
We know some people out there might be thinking, Maddie and Kiki, a whole hog? Come on, I don't wanna see a face on a pig that I'm about to eat. But guys, if you eat pork chops, it's the same thing.
Yeah, like for some reason, a lot of people get squeamish around the whole hog thing, but we are firm believers that if you eat meat, it's very important to be able to see it in its entirety in order to understand where meat comes from. So I personally don't understand that.
Need to respect the animal. An animal has obviously died so that we can eat it and enjoy it. And there's no better way than using up an entire animal by roasting the whole hog.
You get the head, you get the bones.
The bones! The bones!
The bones!
The bones are super important. They make a delicious stock. We are really going to be using everything from head to tail here, guys. Buckle up, get ready, because this is going to be a super tasty and fun cook. And get ready for this one to say it's her favorite one yet.
I think it could be.
Oh,
I think it could be.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. To roast our whole hog today, we are using a metal bed frame that we picked up on Facebook Marketplace for only $20.
$20, that's a total steal.
We also want to give thanks to our sponsor, Helenda's, for providing us with this 22-pound hog. It's going to be the perfect size to roast over our little pit back here.
And if you guys are super excited to see how this whole hog roast turns out, make sure that you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the awesome barbecue fun.
You guys aren't going to believe what this thing's going to look like when it's done.
I can't wait.
Me too.
So like we said earlier, our pig is 22 pounds. It fits perfectly in this cooler, and it's been sitting in the brine for over 24 hours. Should we show them what the brine process looks like?
Let's do it. All of those incredible flavors are going to get right into the meat of our pig, and that's why we love brining. It's twofold. It flavors the meat and it keeps it from drying out when it hits the grill.
Trust us, guys. We've done a hog roast before, and the seasoning never quite gets into the cavity of the animal. Brining makes it so it's seasoned from the inside out.
Now let's get this thing out of here and prep it to get on our roasting area. Essentially what we need to do is flatten out this hog so it cooks nice and evenly. So what we're gonna do is take an approach like a spatchcock chicken, and we're gonna slice it down the center and around the back and sort of flatten all 4 legs out.
Just like in regular barbecue, the same principles apply when you're cooking over an open fire. We've already pre-lit our fire here. You can see that we have some wood that's just caught on fire, as well as some hot coals. And what we're gonna do now is get the wood that's caught on fire, move it off to the side, and push our coals right underneath our hog. Just like in regular barbecue, You don't want a blazing fire right underneath the meat. It's just like you're cooking a steak. You don't want fiery flames bursting up around the steak. We don't want that here either. This is a low and slow process. We're not at all trying to rush it. We really wish you guys could smell this. Today we're cooking with wild cherry wood and it smells fantastic already. We love cooking with fruit woods when we're cooking with pork, and this wild cherry wood was sourced right here on Kiki's property.
Now the key here is to always be adding wood to the fire. The goal is you want a steady amount of charcoal being processed through here so we can push it under the hog. You never want moments of running out of charcoal and being like, oh no, we're having a cold period, so you gotta keep adding wood. This is sweaty stuff, guys.
That was a big setup to get that thing up and running, but now all we have to do is just sit and wait.
How is it 10 a.m. and I'm already sweaty?
No,
I'm disgusting.
I gotta like just sit like this.
It's hot. I stink.
They're still watching the video during this part.
Who wouldn't? It's a whole hog.
I know, but there's not a whole lot going on, guys. We're literally just sitting, crushing some sparkling waters and just kicking back here. If you haven't liked the video yet, I really don't know what they are waiting for. Like it, guys.
It's been about an hour and it's time for our first baste. We're gonna use for a basting liquid is equal parts beer and apple juice. And we're using a red striped Jamaican beer today because we're going with sort of a Jamaican theme. And we've got some Jamaican thyme and sage. And this is what's gonna be used as our basting brush. So get a bunch together like that. Some butcher's twine here. And all we need to do is tie it securely together. Now we've got a perfect little herb basting brush that's gonna add a ton of flavor. All there's left to do is get our baste on.
So you guys know we take any opportunity to add extra flavor to whatever we make. So we have some extra sage and Jamaican thyme. Let's throw it right onto the coal so it can get all fragrant and beautiful smelling, so it flavors the cavity of our hog. We have to give you guys a halfway check. This pig is looking fantastic so far.
It's been on for about 3.5 hours and I gotta let you guys know I am a sweaty hog right now.
Me too. Managing that fire, it's a lot of work, but we know it's gonna be worth it. Check it out, everybody.
Oh, yes, that's looking good. Look at that glistening skin. It's getting some nice color on it already. You can already smell the sage and the ginger and the brine. This is gonna be good.
Our hog's been on for about 7.5 hours, and we think it's time to get this thing off the fire.
It's hovering around the 200-degree mark, so let's see if we can pull this thing.
Let's do it, honey.
Oh, yes.
Well, that certainly wasn't graceful. Oh, heck yes. This looks so fantastic. What a cook.
It was 8 long hours, and you might be wondering why we're not wearing our vests anymore. That is
It is
because
cold out here. We're just wearing this.
it is freezing. We've greased them both up with taking the hog off while we were removing it. We got a little bit greasy. They're in the wash because we don't want to stain those bad boys.
I'd like to see you guys try and take apart a whole hog without getting grease on you, okay?
I'm
it's
disgusting.
almost impossible.
Yeah, I'm absolutely disgusting right now.
Me too. And I'm cold, so let's do this taste test, honey. Get me a bite. I'm super excited to try this one.
Okay, look at that, guys. Pulled to perfection. Smelling so smoky. Honey, are you ready for this
Stop
perfect bite?
talking and let's go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
8 hours later. Oh.
That is super succulent. The brine, you guys have to do the brine. Seasoned from the outside in. It's perfectly salty, perfectly flavored. going back in, guys.
What we love about roasting a whole hog is that it's great, especially for times like now when we're all at home anyway. Get the family outside, you're standing around social distancing, no one's near anybody, and you're all having a fantastic time.
This is definitely on a barbecue bucket list. And on that note, oh my goodness. It tastes so good. I